Welcome back to Redeemer University College, the site of the 2019 OCAA Women's Soccer Championships. This is semifinal number 1 between the nationally ranked first Fanshawe Falcons against the Sheridan Bruins. Fanshawe got here because of a 2-0 win over the Niagara Knights in quarterfinal number 1 yesterday. Sheridan, it was only one goal between them and Algonquin, and Sheridan got that lone goal for Laura Osoria in the second half of that game, leading them to a 1-0 win over the Algonquin Thunder. This is a tale of two different teams. Fanshawe loves the possession game, loves to choose their spots up front, and they have a lot of offensive weapons. Sheridan, they are more of a gritty team. They like that physical presence, and we'll see which one prevails in this one. Fanshawe Sheridan underway. Correa, the Fanshawe keeper, just has to kick that out, finds Agbaba on that left back. Finds Kovacevic, recently named the Women's Soccer Player of the Year yesterday at the Athletic Banquet. Now it's with Pike. Finds Miapolis. Miapolis, the lone player out of the 22 starters that did not play in the first meet between Sheridan and Fanshawe. It's with Kovacevic on that left wing. Retreats back. Kovacevic with space. She likes to take a shot, but it's going to be blocked by Feasby. And Sheridan is able to clear their lines. Rodriguez named a first-team All-Star yesterday at the banquet. Now it's with Drennan. Kovacevic railing her. Drennan still has possession. Looking upfield. Miapolis dispossesses her, looking for Kayla McQueen. And knocked out of play by Sheridan.
Double that, Connie. Come on, Connie. Yes.
Connie Drennan dispossesses Abbots and puts that out of play. Fanshawe going with an identical 4-2-3-1 lineup that they went with against Niagara. Same players. Sheridan, same 3-4-3 formation. A couple substitutions. Kiana Martin will be up front instead of Daguilera. And at the back, instead of Taylor Baird, will be Cassandra Castaneda. Pike regains possession for the Falcons, still with Agbaba. Strano getting her first touch of the ball, finds Pike in the middle. Looking for Nicole Nielsen. Nielsen scored 2 goals in Fanshawe's 2-1 win over the Bruins back on September the 7th. That ball up front for Sheridan is going to be easily controlled by the Falcons. It's going to go all the way back to Correa.
Cut off that pass in the middle.
Allison Pike, that pass is ahead of her, but there to retrieve is Zavitz. Pike finds Nielsen, right back to Pike.
Well, already seeing Fanshawe get a lot of possession early in the game. It's exactly what we expected. That's their game. Calm, composed, look for the opportunity, keep possession of the ball, control the pace of the game.
And Jade Kovacevic early on in semifinal number 1. A lot of room was Natasha Agbaba, found Kovacevic making that run towards the box. A tip in gets by Savannah Wood, and the Falcons up 1-0.
Wow, beautiful little last touch. Nice through ball. Jade knew exactly where to be, timed the run perfectly, and gave Fanshawe an early advantage.
We talked to the head coach of Sheridan, Paul Angelini, that they were the only team to hold Kovacevic off of the scoreboard in regular season play, but they could not do it in semifinals. Kovacevic gets an early goal for the Falcons. They lead 1-0.
Fanshawe goal scored by number 9, Jade Kovacevic.
McQueen quickly on the Sheridan team, but they're able to go to Connie Drennan. Looking for Rodriguez, but picked off by Hodgkins. Referee gets in the way of that one, but Hodgkins able to retrieve that. Not before Shalupka takes possession. It's going to go to Natasha Agbaba, the left back for the Falcons, getting the assist on that recent goal.
Well, just starting to say during that scoring opportunity, expect Fanshawe to keep the ball and have a lot of possession today. Spread Sheridan really wide. Sheridan would prefer a much more compact, gritty style of game. Their game plan is essentially close Fanshawe down as quickly as possible, put pressure on the ball, and play a really physical, aggressive defense.
It's with Pike. Pike's going to go to Selena Roberts, named an All-Star, a first-team All-Star. All of Fanshawe's back four named All-Stars. Selena Roberts, the lone first-team All-Star. Connie Drennan gets by Pike. Now against Amerlee Hodgkins, it will be a Falcons throw. Agbaba with it on that left side once again. Looking for Nielsen. Minneapolis with space across mid-pitch. Trying to find McQueen making that run, but just a little bit behind her, and Drennan's able to pick that off. Nielsen. It's with Allison Pike. Finds McQueen. On her quickly is Defina. Allison Pike loses possession, but quickly back to get it. Is a defender, but again, Sheridan will dispossess the Falcons and kicked right back to the goalkeeper, Brianna Carrero.
It's a real treat to see Fanshawe when they get organized and start moving that ball around the pitch. They're looking over their shoulders before they're actually receiving it. They know what they're going to do next, and there's a lot of movement off the ball to make the ball possessor's job much easier.
It's now with the captain, Chelsea Zavitz. Minneapolis with possession still, drops it off for Nielsen. Nielsen looking for Zavitz, just out of her reach. And clearing up the lines was Nevada Feesby. Feesby, the West Division Defensive Player of the Year.
What about the first one? You call the second one, not the first one.
Free kick taken short. Going to go all the way back to Carrera. Carrera looking for Pike. Agbaba with space again on that left side. Looking for Kovacevic, out of her reach. Feesby clearing her lines. Minneapolis gives Fanshawe possession once again.
Here you go, Connie.
Zavitz has room in front of her, being defended by Defina. Looking for McQueen, finds her. It's now with Nielsen looking for Kovacevic, but Feesby gets in the way of that pass. A quick injury.
Well, interesting sideline coaching coming from Mike Marcosa, coach of Fanshawe right there. He's yelling out everything we've talked about to his players. He's getting all of their attention during a little stoppage of the play, and he's repeating himself, everything we've talked about except Jade pushed to the last man. It feels like they're pulling some of their attacking midfielders slightly back into a formation, keeping Jade, the attacking threat, really high. It's probably going to allow them to just solidify that possession. Just a couple more bodies back into the midfield, allow them to spread the field wide and still have that attacking prowess with Jade way up front.
After that quick stoppage, Connie Drennan is able to continue. It's now with Martin. Martin trying to make a move on Minneapolis. It's now with Drennan. So with it is Drennan. Defina trying to play a little bit of ping pong, but eventually it will be a Sheridan throw deflected by McQueen. Kovacevic now with possession. On her is Castaneda. Kovacevic looking for Zavitz. It will be the first offside call. Zavitz just a couple of strides ahead of Feasby. Cavero trying to get past Miapolis. A couple of Bruins around her. It's going to go all the way back to Fanshawe keeper Carrera.
Come on, Connie!
Stolen by Drennan. Now with it is Cavero. Drennan has possession.
We'll take the foul, ref! Thank you!
It's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position for the Sheridan Bruins. All Falcons coming back to defend.
Great opportunity here from Sheridan. They are a team that can get themselves back into this. They've scored 32 goals in the regular season, actually outscoring second place Humber. They have some real attacking prowess. Be interesting to see what they do with this set play or a shot.
You have to imagine that Kathy Cavero is thinking for goal first. Looks like it will be a 4-man wall, 5-man wall possibly for the Falcons. This free kick just about 23 yards right in front of goal. Cavero's shot is going to be saved by Carrero. A fantastic diving save towards her left side. Head coach of Fanshawe, Marcosia, not happy with the officiating. Feels like it would have been a little bit less of 10, but nonetheless, Carrero, with a fantastic save for the Falcons, keeps this at a 1-0 Falcons lead.
Great shot by Cavero there. Really important to put that ball on net. Pick the side where the keeper isn't. Force this save. And the keeper responded really well, but great strike.
Cavero's corner kick, and it's going to go just out of Rodriguez's reach. It's going to be a Falcons free kick. May have been a handball called against Selena Bernard. And Sheridan had their first prime scoring opportunity. A great save by Carrero and a corner kick that was threatening until the handball called. Danielle Strano will reset possession for the Falcons. Nielsen looking for Zavitz out of her reach, and Sheridan has possession once again. Defina will have to clear her lines, but does find Rodriguez. Can't keep possession, and now it's with Angelica Miapolis. Fanshawe passing amongst their back lines with Hodgkins. Looking for McQueen, but defended well by Drennan. Miapolis with a couple of Bruins around her. Looking for McQueen. Instead finds the foot of Castaneda for Sheridan. Cavero picks that pass off, gets by Strano, but not enough to get by Agbaba. McQueen and Defina going at it on this left wing side. It's going to be a free kick for Fanshawe after the challenge by Rodriguez that referee did not like.
Sheridan doing really, really well here to close Fanshawe down quickly, put pressure on the ball. They're starting to just force Fanshawe to be a little bit less organized. They're getting a foot in on a couple passes, and they're keeping the ball in the Fanshawe end. That's what developed to those couple scoring opportunities, and they're actually able to build some pressure on Fanshawe.
Nielsen a heavy touch, but she's able to find Zavitz. Zavitz looking for McQueen. McQueen is spaced in front of her. McQueen looking for an angle across. Now two Bruins on McQueen. And they're able to get it away from her. It's now with Defina looking for teammate Kaylee Martin. Can't find her. Allison Pike with room. Looking for Kovacevic. That pass will not reach her. And it's going to go all the way back to Savannah Wood, the goalkeeper. Natasha Agbaba with possession for the Falcons. Now to Strano. Allison Pike. Finds Amber Lee Hodgkins on that right side. That through ball is going to find no Falcon players, and Sheridan can gain possession once again, but not until Nielsen is trying to gain possession, but Cavero for the Bruins. A Falcons throw taken quickly right to the foot of Angelica Miapolis.
Well, the early Fanshawe goal forcing Sheridan to think about making some changes here. Already 15 minutes into the match. The bench is warming up. It looks like they're going to have to be forced out of the strategy that they had intended on keeping Fanshawe just contained for the first half of this game and start to get onto the attack.
Agbaba is able to retrieve possession for the Falcons. Miapolis being worked on by Salupka. All the way back to keeper Carrero.
Josh, next chance for
Strano looking for Nicole Nielsen. Drennan looking for Salupka, finds her. Now it's with Kaylee Martin. Martin loses possession. Hodgkins looking for the middle to Captain Zavitz, makes a nice turn with space in front of her, but right on her back is Chalice. Chalice a challenge and a clean one, says the referee, and now Sheridan have possession in their own end. Jade Kovacevic knocked down. Free kick ensuing for the Falcons.
The Sheridan defender there, maybe just not looking the direction she was running, ran directly into the back of Jade Kovacevic. Jade really upset. The ball was nowhere near them.
Strano, her free kick whipped into the box, but right to the head of number 5, Castaneda. Again, Fanshawe will go all the way back to their keeper, Carrero. Strano trying to find Agbaba with space on that left side. Miapolis, lots of room in front of her. Still with Miapolis, finds Kovacevic, looking for Zavitz, but well behind her. McQueen the target for that throw, and it'll be another Falcons throw. McQueen takes it quickly. Looking for Zavitz. Zavitz with room in the penalty area. Kovacevic is able to make it 2-0 for the Falcons.
Fantastic ball in again. They're looking to put Jade in those attacking positions, and she's getting these one-touch tap-ins, 2 in a row now.
McQueen, Zavitz, and Kovacevic teaming up for that goal for the Fanshawe Falcons, making it an early 2-0 lead for the number 1 ranked Fanshawe Falcons.
Well, less than 20 minutes into the game, Fanshawe now up by 2. This should have a pretty big impact on how Sheridan approaches the rest of the match. They got to come out and attack now.
Megan Foster for number 14, Kiana Martin. Fanshawe goals scored.
Laura Zoria comes into the game for the Sheridan Bruins. Zoria, the lone goal scorer in quarterfinal number 2, which did book Sheridan's ticket to this semifinal game, which they currently are down in a 2-0 hole. Kayla McQueen has to take a knee, is not able to continue for the time being. Fanshawe playing down to 10 players on the pitch. Agbaba cannot keep that in play. Now Sheridan have a throw-in around the middle of the Fanshawe end.
Fanshawe being down to 10 men, forcing them to play without a striker, allows actually Sheridan to put a lot more men forward. It'll be interesting to see what Sheridan can do with just a man advantage for a minute or two here.
Chalice looking for a teammate, cannot find one. Fanshawe has a throw-in. It's now with Azoria, but she gets dispossessed by Agbaba. It's going to go all the way down to the Sheridan back line. Still with it is Nevada Feesby. Castaneda being worked on by Zavitz. Sheridan still one player up. Fanshawe still waiting to make that final substitution for the injured McQueen. Carrero finds Amber Lee Hodgkins. Zavitz elects to go to teammate Minneapolis. Minneapolis goes behind her to Danielle Strano. Strano, the second team All-Star named yesterday. Foul committed by Chalice on Pike in Fanshawe's own end. And Fanshawe, even down one player, is able to regain possession and retain a lot of possession ever since that McQueen injury. Still with it is Nielsen. Nielsen looking for Kovacevic, but great play by Chalice to keep that in Sheridan's possession. Chalice looking for Cavero. Cavero's looking for Azoria, but a good play that time by Strano. It's now with Lee Hodgkins. Kovacevic finds her teammate Roberts. Going back to Kovacevic. Strano has to go back to Carrera once again, but she's going to be fouled by Azoria making that pass.
Couple tough tackles in a row by Sheridan there. They're not giving up. They're trying to keep Fanshawe under pressure here, trying to force some sort of little mistake to get themselves back into this. Not a change.
Kovacevic is unable to keep possession for the Falcons. Sheridan now with it, but good play by Hodgkins. Cam McQueen is able to continue the match for the Falcons, and we're back to full strength. Chalice looking for Azoria. Now with Drennan. Finds Cavero making that run on the left wing.
McQueen on the sidelines just receiving some treatment back into the match, allows Fanshawe to get back to their normal formation of the 4-2-3-1 and that 3-1, that attacking group. Nielsen, Zavis, McQueen feeding Jade Kovacevic balls up front. Really strong as an attacking group. The six behind them, the 4-2, almost act as a separate group. They're there to collect the ball, feed opportunities forward to that attacking four.
Sheridan another couple of chances, but it's going to go well above Carrero's goal. That top four got plenty of hardware in yesterday's banquet. Obviously, Kovacevic being named the Women's Soccer Player of the Year. Nielsen, a first-team All-Star, as was Captain Chelsea Zavitz. Lots of room for Hodgkins. Finds McQueen. McQueen, that pass is behind Nielsen. Miapolis now with possession for the Falcons. Finds Zavitz. Miapolis looking for Kovacevic. Finds her at the top of the box. Kovacevic takes a go, but it will be to the left of Savannah Wood and out of trouble.
Yeah, it's a nice turn and strike. There wasn't much of an opportunity there, and she's able to turn it into a chance on net.
Kovacevic is the first person to retrieve that goal kick by Savannah Wood, but quickly on her was Feesby, able to give Sheridan possession once again. Strano is going to go to Carrero, but the weak pass, and right on her is Azoria. McQueen, lots of room in front of her. Feesby right on McQueen. McQueen trying to make a move. Brings it to the end line, looking for Kovacevic once again, and that time Sheridan is able to deflect that.
And there wasn't much away, just a few inches away from Jade being able to get in there and get another tap in. Nice service in from McQueen.
Zavitz working on Drennan, finds Kovacevic. Taken down in the box. It's going to be a penalty for the Falcons. Yellow card has been shown. The first of the game receiving it is Cassandra Castaneda.
You feel a bit bad for the defender there. Had she not done that, Jade Kovacevic likely would have been able to net her third, but now she's stepping to the spot, and it's an unlikely miss at this point.
Kovacevic netted a penalty against Niagara and is able to get her third of the game. Kovacevic gets her third of the game, fifth of the tournament in just 2 games, and showing why she was the league MVP, most outstanding player, as well as the scoring champion.
Well, with her experience with FC London and her experience prior to that in Europe, you're really not surprised. Jade has now broken the all-time OCAA scoring record, well over 100. 3 today, 4 in the crossover match. Really impressive. I think that brings her tally roughly to around 33 goals this year.
Kovacevic, obviously a special talent for the Falcons. 3 goals so far. Zavitz is finding Nicole Nielsen. Nielsen looking for Kovacevic, is going to find her on that right side. Drennan on her. Kovacevic now looking for McQueen, doesn't quite get to her. Feesby is going to have to get that out of play.
Oh, smart clearance by Feesby there. There's really nothing else she could do but clear the ball.
Still in play. Azoria finding Dren's going to go out of play off of Zavich for another Bruins throw.
Well, all the goals coming to Fanshawe so far this half, but Sheridan has had their opportunities, and they absolutely do have some scoring prowess in Victoria Rodriguez and Kathy Caverio, with 9 and 6 goals respectively this year.
Foul committed against the Falcons. Sheridan get a free kick just inside the Fanshawe half. Feesby's free kick, looking for a head from the Sheridan team, but unable to find one. Castaneda is going to play that out of play, and a Falcons throw will come. Kayla McQueen still clutching that left knee of hers. We'll see if that will be a problem and maybe a substitution ensuing. That they are 3 ahead. Roberts working on Kathy Cavero. Nice move by Roberts. Has space, but right in hers is Oria. Chalice for the Bruins. Drennan making the run. It's going to be a foul committed by Drennan. Fanshawe switching the play. With it is Natasha Agbaba. Minneapolis and Agbaba going 1-2. Nielsen now looking long for Kovacevic. Kovacevic nowhere near the plate.
A bit of an optimistic pass there.
First of that ball is Nielsen. Kovacevic with possession, but giving it right back to Sheridan. Kovacevic with possession, going to go behind her to Agbaba. McQueen takes it down well. And now with space is Kayla McQueen. Still with space is McQueen, but Nevada Feesby is going to be the first to make sure McQueen's heavy touch is not going to be one towards goal. Now is a throw-in for the Falcons. Nielsen looking for Minneapolis. Azoria steals the ball after a heavy pass from Agbaba. Agbaba gets it once again. Pike switches the play, and now it's with Hodgkins. Pike, lots of room in front of her. Looking for Zavitz, going to be deflected off of Chalice, and Sheridan can have possession. Looking for Cavero, but right to the foot of Selena Roberts.
Connie, play feet. On 5, Connie, on 5. Come on.
Nielsen, nice move. Working on number 2 of Sheridan, Selena Bernard.
Where's the card for that?
Kovacevic going to Nielsen. Nielsen space in front of her, but a nice play by Barnard. Defina has to clear her lines. Working on that is Drennan. It's going to be a foul committed by Pike on Drennan.
Tori! In the center! Selena. Is this Selena? Hurry up. Hey, Selena. No, too late. Too late.
Feesby whips one into the box of Fanshawe. But the Falcons are able to get possession. Minneapolis finds Captain Zavitz. Zavitz finds McQueen on that right side. Quickly on her is Defina, but McQueen makes a nice move, and Feesby has to bail out. So Vanna Wood and Feesby get tangled up, and the ball is still loose. McQueen goes back to Hodgkins, and McQueen in some serious discomfort. She's going to have to take a knee for the second time this game.
Yeah, that might be the day for McQueen. She's put a lot of effort in, but the tough Sheridan defense have come in with a lot of tough tackles, trying to put Fanshawe under pressure, and I think she's a little bit worse for wear.
Into the game for Fanshawe, number 19, Katie Nelson.
Katie Nelson coming into the game, seeing her first bit of action in the semifinal game, subbing in for the injured McQueen. Hodgkins finds Zavitz. Zavitz finds Minneapolis, making the run towards the middle of the area. Strano finds Nielsen. Lots of room for Roberts. Lots to go behind her to Strano. Minneapolis, and some good pass between the Falcons with it now Zagbaba. Now Kovacevic. Nielsen looking for the switch to Hodgkins, but is intercepted by Drennan, but quickly retrieving that back is Minneapolis.
It's interesting to see how Fanshawe collects the ball, how much space the two units, the defending unit and the attacking unit, actually allow between them. The six at the back really spread apart with the four at the front. They're still able to bring that ball forward and find that forward ball to create the scoring chances.
Pike with it. Nielsen. Fanshawe still with possession in the Sheridan third. Minneapolis looking for Pike. Right back to Nielsen. Trying to find her once again is Pike. And a steal by Salupka. Looking for her teammate Rodriguez.
A lot to play here, of course, in this semifinal match. Both teams looking to get into the final, but the final actually guarantees either team an opportunity to play in the All-Canadian Championship as well, as both first and second place from this tournament will be at Nationals.
Nationals being held at Concordia University in Edmonton, Alberta. Strano with possession for the Falcons, looking towards the middle to Zavitz. Zavitz, a quick one-touch pass to Nielsen, and dropping it off for her team at Minneapolis. Minneapolis with space, looking for Kovacevic. Can't find her.
What's your number?
Nielsen now looking for Nelson. Kovacevic keeps possession for the Falcons. Now is Zavitz. Defina is going to give the Falcons a throw deep in the Sheridan half. Free kick awarded to the Bruins. Deep in their own half, taking it will be Savannah Wood.
Sheridan coach Paul Angelini still sticking with his 3-4-3, a little bit aggressive to start out, and giving Fanshawe a lot of opportunities at the back with just three defenders. But with 3 goals behind, he's going to have to start to think about how he can open up that Fanshawe defense, that pack of 6. with a flat 4 and 2 in front.
Feesby finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez quickly on her was Nielsen. Still with it is Rodriguez looking towards Cavero. Nelson not able to keep that in for the Falcons. Sheridan have a throw, and it looks like a substitution coming for the Bruins. A midfielder coming out, Luba Salupka, and in her place will be the forward, Jessica d'Aguilar.
D'Aguilar.
Pike is able to get by Zoria. Carrero has to find Agbaba, gets herself out of trouble. Minneapolis looking for Zavitz. That ball back to Minneapolis, just within her reach, is able to go back to Agbaba, now with Pike. Minneapolis on that left wing, looking for a teammate making that run, but nothing doing. Foul committed by Tori Rodriguez. Now with Nicole Nielsen. 2 Bruins right on her. Finds Pike. Pike elects to go to her center back, Danielle Strano. Strano, room in front of her. Looking for Nielsen. Roberts finds Zavitz, the heavy touch. Trying to get on that was d'Aguilar. Nielsen, the nice move, finds Kovacevic. Kovacevic, and offside was Zavitz. And Savannah Wood will take that and keep it in play. Minneapolis.
27 years old, playing in Roma. Didn't sign an amateur contract, right? I believe that. He paid out all her money.
Okay, guys.
Enough.
Strano.
Enough. We already said enough for them. Enough.
Strano with possession finds Minneapolis.
Coming back again. Enough.
Nielsen, the nice move, finds Kovacevic, but quickly on that was Castaneda. Minneapolis looks behind her to Strano, but the pass back is deflected by Rodriguez. Rodriguez still with possession, has to lunge for that ball. Sheridan still has possession. d'Aguilar now with Drennan. But Pike is able to get a piece of that. It's going to be a free kick going Fanshawe's way.
Just getting into the closing minute here in the first half. Fanshawe had 3-0. All goals by Jade Kovacevic. Wouldn't have known or been able to predict that Fanshawe would be able to open Sheridan up quite to this extent. You expected Sheridan to defend and close them down and perhaps find an opportunity to find a mistake with Fanshawe and get the counter. Emotions running really high right now for both teams. Fanshawe feeling good. Sheridan really struggling to find a way back into this match.
It's with Hodgkins on that right side. Finds Robertson. That is going to be how half number one comes to a close. Eventful first half. 3 goals to report, all off of the foot of Jade Kovacevic. 3-0. The score, Fanshawe lead over Sheridan. We'll be back with more OCAA Women's Soccer Championship action in about 15 minutes after the halftime break.
Speed looks really good today. It's so much better. I was watching it, and there's one point where it was right before change to take the free kick, and nobody was moving. The goalie ran out here to grab a water bottle from somebody, and it went right over. It's like there's no movement. He's moving over here, and then slowly panned back in time to watch, and then it zoomed in on her as she. Did you zoom in for the goal? Yeah. 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 Do you have the live? Let's go in just in case. Stop. I hit the stop. So here's what you can do. So if you miss it, you go set. You can go. So that was in 45. Cool. Like that. Okay. So when it blows the whistle, I can hit start again. Yep. Alright, cool. Yeah. Oh, wish it wouldn't lag so much. You wish what? I wish it wouldn't lag so much. Yeah. It's like sometimes I'll hit it and I don't know if it went or not. And then it'll start going like 5 seconds later. Is that us barbecuing? I don't know. It smells really good.
3-1, and they're actually like they play this unit and that unit. There's often a big gap in between. Their back four at Fanshawe are all all-stars. Really solid. They use the width. These guys pull wide and bring the ball back in. Jade is either like the long person or a little, or she'll stand way behind the D and then come back to receive. And these guys will make the overlapping runs. Really clever. Like really, really good football to watch. But it's two distinct units.
That's different. Sheridan, I watched the video. They're playing 3-4-3.
Yeah.
It's nuts against Sheridan.
Yeah, you can't.
I watched Niagara tried to man mark, so that didn't work.
They tried. They did. They got through the first half.
Still. So how do you neutralize it? I know how. Cut off the supply line. Don't focus on him. That's what I would say. Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't get a ball.
But their ball movements is
Good.
really good. They play this
I saw that,
calm possession game. It's really good ball.
I saw that on the like against Niagara in the video. And they're not panicking, right? I still think Humber should be out of beating them.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's got a shot at beating them. They're number one in the country for a reason.
I know.
Yeah, they're.
I just had to be smart for Humber coach. I think he's smart. Anybody can figure it out. He can't.
Yeah, it's true. And he's
Right?
just.
And Humber's composed too. They don't lose.
Yeah.
Composure, right?
Yeah, it should be. That was my pick. It was like Fanshawe first, number second, and then Seneca.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched any games, but just based on watching like yesterday and stuff, and then watching some of the replays online, I said, yeah.
It's just another level. Like the movement.
Well, it's not just the one. It's not just the one trick pony.
No.
Yeah, like I'm assuming it's going to be Fanshawe Humber the final. It's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great final. I'm sad that I can't do it, to be honest.
If you want to, you can.
No, I can't. I can't.
Oh, you can't physically be here?
No.
They just want to. That's the male watch.
Yeah, this is no watching. But OCAA All-Stars. From Fanshawe, Nielsen, Roberts, Zavitz, Phillips. Like all of these are All-Stars, and then Sheridan's Victoria Rodriguez. Like, fantastic, well-rounded team.
Tom, how are you?
Yep. So I was going to ask you, you've seen more. This is what I, based on my personal notes before watching. Humber's 4-3-3. And I saw them playing two holding mids. And then 4-1-4-1.
Yeah,
Their style. I see Humber possession with a purpose. Like, not just moving the ball, but moving forward as a unit. Short passes, they switch. Not much vertical, some. They do use the wings. Communication. Technically excellent. And the center mid really control what's going on.
Yeah, and it comes down to, like, they're able to execute well because of that first touch.
Yeah.
It's really good. First
So
touch and vision.
I'm going to put first touch right as a point. Now, Seneca I didn't see much.
They're more
What I thought is using, I saw
quick to the net.
using speed through the middle. Like a lot of through the middle. Quick plays to wings.
Yeah.
Like they hit the wings long, right? They take a lot of shots. Defensively.
Yeah, they do. They look. Fanshawe's more. They look for the open man. They look for possession. Seneca's like,
Yeah,
go for
that's
it.
what I
Just go
said.
for it. Go for it.
But I do think so the keys to me is to put
Back here for half number 2 of this semifinal between Fanshawe and Sheridan. Half number 1 was all Fanshawe, up 3-0 thanks to 3 goals by Jade Kovacevic, the OCAA Women's Soccer Player of the Year. 2 of them tap-ins, 1 of them a penalty, and Sheridan looking to get something going, and here we go. It is Tori Rodriguez making a run to the left side of the penalty area. Looking for Azoria in the middle, finds Cavero instead. Now we have Bernard, but gets blocked by Agbaba. Quick pressure by Sheridan right away in half number 2. Carrero calls off Strano. And that's what we need to see more of from the Bruins. Some creative attacking play. Unfortunately, just got blocked by the Fanshawe defender at the wrong time for Bernard. Feasby finds Bernard. The heavy touch is going to be picked up by Nielsen, but Bernard is able to get that possession back again. Still with it, Bernard looking and finds Rodriguez. Kendra Chalice goes all the way back to Nevada Feasby. Defina finds Bernard and looking for Cavero, but out of her reach.
Great bit of pressure there from Sheridan early on. Fanshawe seemingly coming out a little bit flat-footed in the second half. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence with the 3-goal gap that they have.
Bernard is able to retrieve that Carrero goal kick, and still with it is Bernard at the top of the penalty area for Fanshawe, trying to make a move, but Danielle Estreno is able to clear the danger. Azoria. That easy pass is picked off by Nielsen. Minneapolis with the Falcons, and the Falcons are able to get their first bit of possession in half number 2. Minneapolis, nice move on Chalice, who is coming towards her. Sheridan, nice bit of pressure once again. It's going to be a handball. It looks to be against Cavero.
Sheridan looking to close every ball down here. Don't let Fanshawe get like a confident stream of pressure going. Force those turnovers as they just did there.
Barnard, and that pass from Defina behind her. And the Falcons have a throw and ensuing in their own half.
Forward. Double wherever it goes, Laura. Double.
It's going to go off of Nielsen for a Bruins throw. Finding Kathy Cavero. Bernard gets a touch on that, but it's going to go right to the foot of Strano. On her quickly is Chow is putting in a sliding challenge, and it's going to be a free kick for the Falcons off of that sliding challenge from Chalice. Is going to have a word with the referee.
Well, Nick Vaginas, the referee, does want to keep control of this game. Lots of conversation over in the Sheridan bench during halftime about playing stronger. They say, they're not stronger than us. We heard several times from the bench. They want to come out, play their physical game, make the game a little bit less organized, a little bit more gritty. That's what Sheridan could do to disrupt Fanshawe's flow.
And Sheridan did that against 10th ranked in Canada, the nation, Algonquin, where they beat them 1-0 yesterday. And Kovacevic is away to the races. Kovacevic alone against Wood. And is able to put that one past her. Kovacevic gets goal number 4. And after the first few minutes were all Sheridan, the Falcons get their fourth goal of the game. A great pass by Minneapolis finds Kovacevic all alone. And nothing Savannah Wood could do about that.
Well, she had a lot of time and a lot of space. It looked like a practice goal. She knew exactly what she was going to do with it. Not rushing it, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the keeper to be in the right spot. And it was pretty simple finish for her.
Fanshawe goal scored by number 9, Jade Kovacevic.
Nevada Feesby and now Sheridan really have to push if they're going to get this game any closer. Savannah Wood with lots of time. Charles is looking for Barnard, able to keep that in. It's going to be a Fanshawe throw. Cavero looking for Rodriguez. Gets fouled by Minneapolis. Nevada Feesby looking to put this into a dangerous area. The two-man wall by Fanshawe. Feesby almost looking for goal. Carrero stumbles at first, but is able to get a piece of that and calms down her back line, says I have the ball, and is able to dish that off to Danielle Estreno.
Well, since the moment that ball was struck, the keeper knew exactly that it was hers and nobody else was going to get a chance in there.
Jade Kovacevic is going to be called offside just in front of that halfway line. Feesby looking toward Rodriguez. Strano's right there. Defina now looking for Cavero with space in front of her. Takes that to the touchline. Looking across, gets blocked by Strano, but still on Cavero's feet, and now it's going to go out for a Bruins corner.
Great sustained pressure here from Sheridan, something we didn't see this long of a stint of in the first half. They need to get the next goal. There's a lot of talk about from the bench during halftime as well about the next one. Can they get themselves back into this?
Cavero's corner is A dangerous one. It's going to be a goal for the Bruins, and it's going to be the goal scorer from yesterday, Laura Azoria, who's going to give the Bruins a little bit of hope.
Well, Fanshawe may be punished a little bit there from a little bit of sloppy defending. The ball was bouncing around. They're normally a team that clears their lines a little bit faster.
4-1. Now the score, 3-0 at half. And the last goal by Fanshawe's Kovacevic is canceled out. Now a little bit of jump in the Bruins step. Pike looking for Nelson. Feesby is able to clear her lines. The game is looking to get a lot more open. Some more mistakes could be made and some counterattacks. I don't think 4-1 is going to be the final scoreline.
No, both teams looking for goals this game. Both teams looking to attack. Fanshawe has that natural attacking prowess, but Sheridan second in the West in terms of goals. They're definitely capable of putting a few in. Be interesting to see if they get the next one, what happens to the tone of the game.
Agbaba with it on that left side. Quickly pressing on her is the goal scorer, Azoria. Defina on Nielsen. It'll be a Falcons throw.
The real difference in the first half is that Sheridan isn't allowing Fanshawe to use their back four to maintain and regroup after a bit of stint of pressure. Sheridan's pushing every last man forward to keep the Fanshawe D from getting really organized out of the back.
Zavitz getting pressured by Cavero. Clean foul, says the referee. D'Aguilera looks at goal, but quickly in front of her is Pike. Barnard trips on the ball, still with possession though. Quickly on her is Agbaba. Barnard, nice move to get by her. Crosses one into the box, and quickly on her is Rodriguez, but Brian Carrero, the first Falcons towards that ball. Salupka entering the game once again. Jessica D'Aguilera cannot continue. It's with Katie Nelson. Finding Zavitz. Zavitz puts that one deep. Racing after that is Nielsen. And having to make a quick play is Defina. Selena Barnard in some serious discomfort. Clutching her lower back. Trainer quickly out to assist her.
Well, just two bodies coming together with a lot of force there, challenging for that 50-50 ball. Well, just over 10 minutes gone. Fanshawe still holding a 3-goal advantage over Sheridan. Winner of this game to face the victor of the Seneca Humber game this afternoon for the championship tomorrow.
Barnard looks to be unable to continue. Salupka is looking for Cavero, intercepted by Minneapolis. Now with Allison Pike, lots of room. Switches the field with Hodgkins. Roberts trying to find Pike, does so successfully. It's going to be offside on Nelson. Nelson doesn't agree with the call.
Into the game for Sheridan, number 16, Rachel Roberts.
Rachel Roberts seeing her first bit of action in these OCAA Final 8 playoffs. Subbing in for the injured Selena Bernard. Zavitz is looking for Kovacevic. Kovacevic might have a step on Castaneda, but is whistle offside. Kovacevic again in disagreement with the referee.
It was a really close call. Fanshawe forwards really upset and getting vocal with referee Nick Vaginas.
Nielsen gets possession, quickly gives that to Zavitz. On her quickly is Salupka, double teamed by the Bruins and are able to dispossess Zavitz. Defina has to kick that out of play and will be a Falcons throw. Three Bruins surround Zavitz, dispossess her, but on it quickly is Minneapolis. Looking towards her center back, Selena Roberts. Zavitz. Taken down by Feesby. He's able to get possession, but Sheridan once again is able to get in her way. It's with Natasha Agbaba. Nielsen gets by Defina, but not until Castaneda is able to put a move on her.
The Sheridan pressure is forced the game to be a lot less organized, a lot more gritty, changes of possession. Fanshawe just hasn't been able to string together a long stint of possession to control the game, but they're still looking for those through balls up to Jade Kovacevic, who's been called offside, I think 3 times in the second half already.
You can just see that both teams are playing a lot more open, like you said, more disorganized, and you can assume that the Fanshawe strikers will get some more opportunities with that long through ball. Nicole Nielsen gets ahead on that, but will put it out of play. Defina looking for Cavero. On her is Strano. Cavero with a nice move to get inside the box. Still with the Bruins. Minneapolis working on Rachel Roberts. Left to go behind her to Agbaba. Cavero on her quickly. Katie Nelson is away on that right side with space, but quickly on her is Connie Drennan. Nelson has to go behind her, finds an open Hodgkins. Hodgkins tries to whip into the box. First player on that is Nevada Feesby. Zavitz looking for Nielsen. Nielsen has a step on Defina. Gets taken down. It will be a free kick for Fanshawe right on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Call that in a men's game, never in a million years. Wow, but come on.
Taking it will be the center back, Daniela Strano. Usually this is a position where an attacker would take the free kick in a very promising spot. Daniela Strano getting the nod from head coach.
Really tricky for the keeper here. She has to play with both the depth and the angle.
Strano looking at goal. It's going to be over top of that crossbar, and Sheridan escapes with no damage done. Savannah Wood looking for Castaneda. Zavitz dispossesses Rodriguez and gives that back to Agbaba. Strano looking long, but Feesby the first to get to that for the Bruins. Kovacevic to Miapolis. Fanshawe passing it amongst themselves once again. Amongst that back line, Roberts to Strano. Miapolis with room in front of her. Looking for a teammate making the run. And that attack is going to be dismissed by Savannah Wood.
Start high, Stab! Start high, Stab!
Agbaba looking for Kovacevic in the middle. She's going to kick that deep. Nobody there for the Falcons to run onto it. Feesby looking for Defina. It's just going to be kicked out of play. And Fanshawe has another throw.
Well, both teams just trading little stints of possession here. Both teams attacking the ball really hard. You see the Sheridan forwards not allowing the Fanshawe defense any time on the ball. No opportunity to really get the game organized and settled down.
Strano knocks that out of play. Sheridan now have possession just inside the attacking half. Cavero quickly on her is Miapolis. She's going to have to punt that deep, but right into the hands of Brianne Carrero. It's with Zavitz. Quickly on her was Saluka. She's able to go behind her. Miapolis. Strano looking for Nielsen, checking towards that ball. Zavitz is now going to find Kovacevic and is going to be waved offside once again.
Oh, she's got 3 and she's hungry for more. But it's really been a tale of two halves. You really wish Sheridan could have started the first half with this type of pressure on Fanshawe. Fanshawe scoring 3 in the first. Both teams trading goals in the second so far, and it's just been a different flow of the match. Neither team able to get the ball organized and string together long stints of possession, and that seems to be working in Sheridan's favor. They want the game a lot more physical, a lot more gritty. They like their chances with that style.
Nicole Nielsen is not able to keep possession. Defina set to throw for the Bruins. We've mentioned the winner of this game will be headed towards the final. Obviously, this is the semifinal, but not only the final, also be headed to the national championship. The top 2 from the OCAA are able to go towards the nationals. Good play by Nevada Feesby to keep that in for Sheridan. Luba Salupka with Pike right on her. The heavy touch is able to be gobbled up by Kovacevic. Kovacevic in her own end. Tries to make a move on a couple of Bruins, but will play it out of play. Cavero working on Natasha Agbaba. Finds Strano behind her with space. Miapolis goes back to Agbaba. She has to push that out, but finds the foot of Kovacevic. Nielsen back to Jade Kovacevic. Zavitz is called offside and just in the Sheridan half.
Sheridan defense doing a really good job just to take away that long ball. That back central defender's been watching where the Fanshawe strikers are and just ensuring that she's taking a step forward before that forward pass to keep forcing these offsides.
The clever play of Nevada Feesby, the defensive player of the year in the West Division. It's going to be a free kick for Sheridan, a handball. About 22 yards away from Carrero's goal. Electing to take it is Kathy Cavero, who had a free kick in half number 1 that forced Carrero to make a nice diving save. Carrero looking at goal once again. It's going to go wide of the goal, a goal kick. She elects to go low once again.
Well, it looked like she actually had the Fanshawe keeper beat there as that ball just brushed the netting as it missed by mere inches.
Rodriguez thinks that maybe the free kick should have been hers. But we can only see that in hindsight that Cavero could not have hit the net. It's Amberly Hodgkins now on that right side with possession. Looking for Kovacevic. She gets a touch and maybe just enough to spring Nicole Nielsen, but not until Nevada Feesby is able to clear the back line.
Man coming, Rage, man coming. Save it. Good try, Rage, good try.
Roberts is not able to keep possession. Will be a Fanshawe throw. Ababa goes behind her to Daniela Strano. Strano's going to go all the way back to goalkeeper Carrero. Played again by Feesby, but right to the head of Strano. Roberts cannot get a play on that. Agbaba with possession looking at Strano. Allison Pike finds Agbaba on that right side. Sheridan pressing and Tori Rodriguez running after that, but first person to get is Carrero.
Sorry, keep going.
Feesby dispossesses Zavitz. But Fanshawe is able to get possession once again quickly, but not until Tori Rodriguez. The Bruins player down on the ground once again. Looks like number 4, Luba Salupka. Excuse me, Kendra Chalice, the one who is in some discomfort. Able to walk on her own power, which is promising. Subbing in for the injured Chalice, number 20, Alyssa Giannisopoulos.
Into the game for Sheridan, number 20, Alyssa Giannisopoulos.
Zavitz, space in front of her, Giannisopoulos right on her. Zavitz looking for Nelson Feesby there to get a sliding challenge in right away. Salupka looking for Rodriguez just over top of her. Carrero, no rush to distribute this, but she does find Strano on her right away. Is Azoria. Miopoulos makes a couple moves. Is going to go back to Strano. Zavitz. Allison Pike looking for Nicole Nielsen. A lot of players jumbled up in that middle circle. Nielsen is able to get by all of them. And now is Zavitz. And a free kick, or offside, excuse me, called against Fanshawe. And that's about the third or fourth one called without a foot being the deciding factor in that Sheridan end right on the white line of the half marker. Sheridan doing a really good job of keeping the pressure in that Fanshawe end. Feesby's free kick gets by everybody. He's going to go out for a Fanshawe goal kick.
Into the game for Sheridan, number 10, Madison Roberts. And number 14, Kiana Martin. Into the game for Fanshawe, Jillian Tosca, number 4.
Well, Sheridan not giving up on this match. It's already 5 substitutions in the second half. They're looking to keep everyone fresh so that they can maintain that sustained pressure on the Fanshawe defense. Don't let Fanshawe get the game too organized, and keep it gritty, and keep looking for those little poor touches where they can get a foot in and dispossess and turn it into
Zavitz is all alone in front of Savannah Wood. She's able to get by her, and Zavitz will make it 5-1 for the Falcons. The skipper of the team is able to make sure Kovacevic isn't getting all the glory. 5-1, the Falcons lead after a nice play by Fanshawe.
Little disheartening for Sheridan after that much pressure, sticking to their game plan, basically having a 1-1 half in the second half, and all Fanshawe needs is that one little ball through, that one little opportunity. Several leading scores, and they're just starting to take the game away right now.
Sheridan looked to have something going in half number 2, but that goal really can put the heads down of the Bruins. Now it's going to go to Nicole Nielsen. Feeds the pass, not on the mark. Zavitz looking for Nelson. Can't find her. Salupka's right on her, but Zavitz, a good defensive effort, gets the ball back for the Falcons. Giannasopoulos trying to find Azoria. Salupka looking to send in teammate Madison Roberts. Hodgkins. Cavero, excuse me. Savannah Wood with time. Kovacevic now pressuring. Cavero kicks one deep, and a couple of Bruins trying to run out of it, but Strano right there. Miapolis with Salupka right on her. Zavitz. And a great ball to Nielsen, but Savannah Wood is well outside. Is able to kick that away.
Oh, great positioning by Wood there. Nielsen would have been through on net for sure.
Zavitz gets by Giannasopoulos. Still with possession is Chelsea Zavitz, but Nevada Feesby the first to get possession once again.
15 minutes to play. You almost wonder when Fanshawe is going to say enough is enough. Let's lock this down and change the formation a bit. Maybe to give Jade a break up top.
Looks to be a substitution, and Michael, just as you said, Jade Kovacevic is going to be replaced. Kovacevic 4 goals in this game. Certainly did her part. Montana Gamel will be taking over the striker duties.
Smart move by the Fanshawe coach there. There's a big game coming up tomorrow, and if the scoreline persists with a 4-goal advantage, you're going to want Jade rested. She's the OCAA Player of the Year, and she's really been the difference maker today.
Fanshawe certainly have enough to win, but certainly looking like they want a few more. Nielsen is able to pressure that ball. Defina has to put that out of play. Agbaba is looking for Nielsen just over top of her head. It'll be a Sheridan throw. Defina looking long, but Agbaba's right there. Azoria trying to get past Nelson. It's going to be foul committed by Azoria. Fanshawe have a free kick in their own end. Quick ball taken to Minneapolis, able to switch the play right away. Amberly Hodgkins, the right back for the Falcons. Savannah Wood, lots of time. Alexa take all of her space. Makes the nice pass. Right now, it will be number 10, Madison Roberts. Quickly on her is Nielsen. Roberts looking towards the penalty area for Cavera. Can't find her. Still with possession. Now it's with Giannisopoulos. Feesby. It doesn't get all that. Now it's going to be Montana Jamel, who is away past Conteta. Still with it is Jamel heading towards the area. And it will be a Fanshawe corner.
Great effort by the substitution there, looking to try to get a step on the defender and get away, but did a really good job to force the corner.
Zavitz, corner is easily played by Drennan. Cavera can't get all of that, and Ian Tosca isn't able to get possession for the Falcons, but Minneapolis does. A couple of Falcons in offside positions. That ball by Amberly Hodgkins wasted, given right back to the Bruins keeper Wood. Zoria, and right on her is Zavitz. Zavitz doing a nice job of giving the Falcons possession once again. Really done a great job in the middle and being rewarded with one goal. Looking for Jillian Ian Tosca. It's just going to be Connie Drennan giving that back to Savannah Wood.
Wow. Less than 10 to play in the second half of this semifinal match.
For the Fanshawe Falcons, number 17, Sydney Green, and number 22, Josephine Morgado.
Fanshawe making a couple of late substitutions. They do feel like they're in the driver's seat. They do have the 4-goal buffer. But hats off to the Sheridan Bruins and how they approach the second half. They were really able to disrupt the flow that Fanshawe was able to establish in the first half of the match. They seemingly had more possession. If it just wasn't for those couple through balls and opportunities on net, they could have been closer.
Couple of midfielders from the Falcons substituted. Two workhorses in that midfield, Zavitz and Minneapolis, will get a much-needed rest. Coming in and seeing their first bits of action in these championships, Sydney Green and Josephine Morgado. Nielsen is able to keep possession. Montana Jamel, her hot pass to Nielsen not handled, and Defina will go all the way back to Savannah Wood. Kaylee Martin can't handle that, and the new captain, Hodgkins, looking for Ian Tosca, can't find her. Foul committed against Selena Roberts. Sheridan with a free kick inside the Fanshawe end, taking it Nevada Feesby. That ball almost getting through to Madison Roberts until Agbaba had to save the day for the Falcons. Nielsen now with it going against Defina, gets by her, but Defina does a good job of getting back. Morgado. Strano finds Agbaba quickly on her, a couple of dark blue shirts. Martin looking for Roberts, but another play by Agbaba is able to dismiss that attack. Not until Martin gets it once again. Cavera but right on her is Agbaba, and Agbaba with a tough challenge. Cavera still on the ground in some pain.
Well, Sheridan by no means at any point willing to concede this match. They're going to fight all the way to the end. Shows a lot of character from the team. One of the only teams to have beaten one of the seeds who are technically ranked higher than them in their first match against Algonquin with a 1-0 win. They've had a great season. Coach Paul Angelini said before the first match, if you told him at the beginning of the season that he'd be in the final 8, he would have taken it. And they've made the final 4. It looks like it might be the end of their tournament, but a great season, and they'll be really happy with it.
Sheridan still will be in line for a medal, playing in very likely tomorrow's bronze medal game, as this game is coming towards a close. Fanshawe in clear control, 5-1 the score after the foul against Morgado. Jamel and Montana Jamel may be in. Sheridan has to clear their lines. Nicole Nielsen will get a much-deserved rest as well. She's been a great play on that left wing for the Falcons. Coming in for her, number 7, Stephanie Middlemiss. Roberts looking to go back to Cavera, but intercepted by Agbaba. Morgado looking for Middlemiss. Intercepted by Defina. Still with it is recently subbed in Stephanie Middlemiss. She likes to go all the way to her back line to Strano. Cavero is able to pick off that pass by Hodgkins. Still with it is Cavero. Lots of room. The ground cross, but it's going to go right to the foot of Strano, and she will be able to clear out of danger, but Defina intercepts that. Whipping it back into the box, finding Martin. Middlemiss is going to give it right to Laura Azoria. And Azoria is going to send that all the way back to Brianna Carrera. Feesby gets fouled by Jamel. Feesby's free kick. First to get that one is Strano. Room in front of her. Jamel left to go behind her the way she's facing to Agbaba. Agbaba's heavy touch. Defina's able to get to that one first, but none before Agbaba gets possession once again. Madison Roberts. Back to Castaneda. Castaneda quickly on her was 2 Falcon players. Feesby has to clear the line. Roberts looking for Cavero. Her heavy touch, and Falcons are able to keep possession. Good play by Natasha Agbaba. Strano is fouled by Kaylee Martin, and it will be a free kick inches away from the Fanshawe goal line. Defina, her header's going to go behind her, and Jamel almost got a touch, but Feesby is able to bring that back to Savannah Wood. Roberts trying to make a play against Katie Nelson, does so successfully. It's now with Kaylee Martin. Kaylee Martin entering the final third. Elects to go behind her to Castaneda. Selena Roberts, a nice move to give herself some space. Jamel the intended target, but once again, the center back of Sheridan, Feasby, is able to get a piece of it. Roberts looking at goal, but blocked by Strano. Cavero will put that out, giving the Falcons a throw and making yet another substitution. Fanshawe taking out another starter, Natasha Agbaba coming in.
Sheridan just showing a lot of class in the dying minutes. It's a tall hill to climb when you're 4 goals down and there's just a few minutes to go, but they are pushing to the end. They're looking to make it 5-2, maybe 5-3 if they have the opportunity. They're going to play all 90 minutes of this match.
Roberts with possession, looking for Middlemiss, finds her, but right on her was Azoria. Morgado still with possession, and now it's pickpocketed by Roberts. Cavera cannot get that pass intended for her. Ian Tosca finding Hodgkins. Hodgkins looking upfield to Jamel. Defina intercepts. Again, Hodgkins is able to clear the line. That time intended for newly subbed in Nareko. Nareko cannot keep that in, and there will be 4 minutes of added time towards that 90. 4 minutes until Fanshawe can officially say that they have booked their ticket to the championship match. 5-1 the final currently. And now it's Jamel with some room. She likes to take a shot. Savannah Wood gets in the way of that one. Roberts is able to be the first player to retrieve that goal kick. And Fanshawe now playing just some no-nonsense defense. Selena Roberts will just punt that one deep, and Savannah Wood right there to retrieve that.
Well, so far in both of these Fanshawe matches, the team's been a real treat to watch. You recognize how quickly they're able to turn seemingly nothing or one through ball into an attacking chance and to build a bit of a scoreline gap on other teams. You recognize why they're the top-ranked team in the country right now.
Defina looking for Roberts. Roberts, that touch. Not a good one, and it will be a Fanshawe throw. Jillian Ian Tosca set to take it. Defina looking to whip one into that penalty area, but it will be easily taken down by Correa. Carrero finds Sydney Green. Carrero towards her center back, Hodgkins. Morgado was the intended target, but dispossessed by Sheridan. Salupka looking towards goal, but easily taken by Brianna Carrero. Nevada Feasby with Jamel right on her, finds her teammate Castaneda, but taken that time by Nareko. Strano goes behind her to Sydney Green, and certainly Fanshawe will just run out the clock. Sydney Green finds Strano. Now to Amberly Hodgkins. But Salupka is able to intercept that pass. Defina looking for Martin in the box, but first to get that one is Sydney Green. Jamel looking for Nurekyo. Salupka with possession. Now it's going to be Azoria, who has 1 goal for Sheridan so far and looks to get her second, but Carrero is square to the goal and is able to pick that up.
A referee looking to his whistle here. It was always a tall task for Sheridan to try to climb out of anything more than a 2-goal deficit. Fanshawe only allowing 5 goals on the season, moving on as the top-ranked team to the final. It'll be really interesting to watch the next match with Seneca and Humber to see which one of those teams will be able to meet Fanshawe in the final and which one of those teams will be able to give them a game and challenge for that top spot.
Fanshawe have officially booked their spot in the national championship taking place at Concordia University in Edmonton, Alberta. Sheridan, they just were overmatched by Fanshawe, especially in half number 1. The final 5-1. 4 goals off the foot of Jade Kovacevic and 1 from the captain Chelsea Zavitz. The lone goal from Sheridan being given to Laura Azoria. Now as teams shake hands, we'll await the player of the game for each team. And Michael, as you said, the next game between Humber and Seneca, 2 top-ranked teams in the OCAA, 2 and 3. We'll see which one will be able to give Fanshawe a run for their money. A powerhouse in this OCAA women's play, number 1 ranked provincially and nationally. Fanshawe certainly showed why they are ranked that high with a convincing 5-1 win over Sheridan.
Fans, please direct your attention to the score table as we announce the players of the game from today's match.
Well, Fanshawe players with big grins on their faces. They know they're making the final tomorrow, but they know they're also headed to the national championships. Bruins would have liked their chances to go a little bit better today.
Player of the game is Catherine Cavero.
But I'm pretty sure making the bronze medal match is quite a feat for the team. And when they look back on the season, they should be pretty happy with the result.
Kathy Cavero winning the player of the game for the Sheridan Bruins. Active on that right wing.
And from the Fanshawe Falcons, your player of the game is Angelica Miapolis.
Miapolis winning the player of the game for the Falcons. Really doing a great job of being the quarterback of that team, getting the ball in the middle, distributing it to her strikers, mainly Kovacevic, who was able to pop 4, and much deserved recognition to Angelica Miapolis. Sheridan 1, Fanshawe 5 is how we end this one. The next semifinal happening in about 35 minutes. Humber and Seneca to see who will be playing Fanshawe. For my partner Michael, my name is Zach DeWeer. We hope to see you at the semifinal number 2.